Yo, what's up? Welcome to another build guide. So this is gonna be a little different than usual. So I just wanted to have some fun because the league is pretty much dead. No one's playing. So I was just killing an Uber Elder and found myself a Voidfletcher quiver. And I just think about the good old days when this was a meta quiver actually. So I decided to make a build around it. So while at it, I also wanted to do a little challenge, full unique items. So I actually also wanted to use some unique jewels, so I actually tried to do full unique, really full unique, but I decided to get some rare jewels because I couldn't keep my resistances, and because this is a full unique, the character is not tanky at all, plus it is a Deadeye. So that's why my 4 of my jewels I believe are rare, but everything else is just unique. All the equipment I am wearing, some of my jewels, 3 or 4 of my flasks I believe, so mostly unique, let's say 90% unique maybe. Alright, so yeah, that's what I came up with. So because I used all uniques, I will just first explain what uniques I used and why, and then I will just roll the boss clips. So you will just watch some map clips right now. If you just want to see the boss clips, just check the timestamps and go for that. The path of building obviously in the links. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I will also share a lot of 3.15, I believe the next patch, league starters in the upcoming weeks. So yeah, also don't forget to join my Discord. You can also give me some suggestions. I have at least 5 builds coming, but I haven't told anyone yet. So yeah, just come and share your opinion. Maybe you have a good advice, so I can also make a build guide around it. So let's just first start with the bow and the quiver. Chinsol Assassin Bow. This also got nerfed in the past, but still a very powerful bow. If you want some good single target DPS, this is probably the best unique bow. 50% more damage with arrows hits at close range. Plus I'm also using a point blank keystone in the talent tree. That's why I am dealing a lot more damage at close range. So basically if you want to kill a boss, you just want to stand at the boss's feet, let's say. Just attack at the point blank. Also this bow has a lot of physical damage, so we also want to convert that. For that I am using Ice Shot as a map clear skill. It already has, let's just check real quick, 60% convert to cold damage. Plus I am also using Winter Spirit, notable on the talent tree. It also has another little bonus, another not busted passive point. It also gives 20%, so total 100% cold conversion. But for single target I am using actually Barrage because it is probably the best for this kind of build. Because Barrage doesn't have any cold conversion in its own kit. We have only Winter Spirit and plus that other 20%, so 40%. I am also using a Watcher's Eye with cold conversion hatred modifier. I tried to get something good, so it has 38%. It can go up to 40%. So my barrage isn't fully converted. I am still dealing a little physical damage. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a cold build. For jump supports, we are obviously using added cold, hypothermia, those kind of stuff. So yeah, this is pretty much a cold build. For quiver, again, Voidfletcher as I explained at the start. So what is this quiver if you are not familiar on how it works? Gain a void charge every 0.5 seconds. 5 maximum void charges. So if you don't do anything, but you have to be in a map or in combat, I believe, because this doesn't work in hideout for some reason. So once you are in a map, you will just notice that you are gaining some void charges every 0.5 seconds. You can stack up to 5 times. Each time you shoot something, ice shot or barrage, it doesn't matter. You just need to fire arrows. You will just notice some blue projectiles, basically. If you have a lot of arrows, you know, from maybe some other sources, I actually have a helmet, which I'm going to explain soon. Dying Sun Flask, and also we are playing Deadeye, and she also provides +2 arrows. You actually shoot more than 1 per charge, let's say. So if you just empty all of your quiver, empty all of those 5 charges, you will actually shoot maybe more than 20, I'm not sure, just do the math, arrows. But I'm not sure if every one of them can overlap, because you just shoot them with some angle, you know, maybe the boss doesn't get hit by all of them at the same time. I actually don't know fully about the mechanic. But you will just notice once you start shooting barrage at the boss, after some point you are actually dealing more damage. The boss just loses a big chunk of HP and then bam, dead. So yeah, very fun, very powerful quiver. Pretty much underrated these days, I believe, because I haven't seen anyone using it since Delirium League, maybe. Yeah, because this is actually a very cheap quiver. I actually got something with physical damage as extra cold damage implicit as a corruption, because no one actually buys this. It was very cheap under an Exile. You can also get cold damage to bow attacks. That is also good because this is a cold build. Helmet, probably my favorite one for this league. Let's see if anything happens to it afterwards. Glimpse of Chaos, lot of health, lot of mana. Mana is good if you can, so you can just actually reserve more precision. But because archer build and this is a full unique build, I don't have much health. This actually gives me a lot of health. This also has a little different synergy. So this helmet has its own implicits. You can just check it in the Gamepedia. The implicit that I chose is skills, fire, and additional projectile. So basically I shoot one more arrow. So this both helps with ice shot clear and also barrage single target. So this helmet also provides me DPS. You can maybe use something like, what's that? Fractal Toads maybe, for some additional damage if you want. But this actually provides a lot of health. Let's just check real quick. This actually gives me more than 400 health, almost 500 health, which is very important because again, my health isn't that high because this is a full unique build. If you can get something, you can also get some maybe enchant, but it is hard because not much people actually enchant this. Sniper Mark Curse effect is probably the best, or maybe barrage fires and additional projectile. It can also be better, but I'm not sure. I haven't checked because this is something that I already had. That's why I used this. So barrage, additional fire, maybe something with ice shot for better mapping, I believe. You can also get maybe blood rage, attack speed. So there are lots of usual stuff. You can also check Path of Building because it will just show you all the enchants, so you can check if anything gives more DPS or not. Body armor, one of the obvious choices. Iris Ire, a lot of cold damage with bow attacks, a lot of evasion, dodge attack, dodge spell, nothing else to say. Doomfist Gloves, because I just wanted some extra DPS. I also need some jewel slots because I want to keep my resist, also get some more DPS. That's why I picked Doomfist. You just want to socket at least one Murderous Eye Jewel. Searching Eye Jewel doesn't matter because maim isn't that important, but you want to socket at least one Murderous Eye Jewel so you can intimidate enemies. Intimidate is obviously provides 10% increased damage taken to enemies, which is actually a multiplier, so a lot of DPS. Because I just wanted to get something with one socket so I can squeeze in more DPS. That's what I thought actually. Maybe two sockets can actually be better, but I'm not sure. I also get something with attack save crit chance. You can also get that on a two socket Doomfist maybe, but that's gonna be way more expensive. That's why I am only using one Murderous Eye Jewel to get that intimidate, plus some crit chance as an implicit. You can also get attack speed corruption, or if you want to go all in, you know, deep, if you have the budget, you can also get maybe elemental weakness curse, something like that. Maybe do some double curse action, but you also need to get double curse, you know, +1 limit from somewhere else, maybe like an amulet, annoying, something like that. So you have to figure that out. Boots, again, more Abyss Jewels, Bubonic Trail, because this is cheap. I bought something with two sockets. I have Murderous Eye Jewels, Searching Eye Jewels, whatever you can fit in. That's pretty much it. These boots just provide some life, movement speed, damage for each type of Abyss Jewel. So if you can get different Abyss types, Abyss Jewel types, Murderous Eye Jewel, Searching Eye Jewel, Ghastly Eye, Hypnotic, but obviously Hypnotic and Ghastly doesn't have any bow attack damage, maybe attack damage, because they are actually spell and minion based types. That's why I actually don't use those. I only have a couple of Murderous Eye Jewels and Searching Eye Jewels. So I only got 20% damage from these boots as far as I know. And that's pretty much it. Just get some jewels in it. I will explain the jewels later on, don't worry. Amulet. So you have two options. One is Mary Lane, I'm not sure what the fuck. Fallacy. A lot of crit multiplier, but less crit chance. Also crit chance have Culling Strike, so you can kill bosses easier. Because I am also using Battle Fate Flask. If you don't have it, just skip this and use a Pandemonious Amulet. A lot of cold damage, penetration, and blind. So this is a very good amulet, but this is actually more expensive. So maybe if a Marlane or whatever it is, it can be actually better. Maybe even without Battle Fate, I'm not sure. Just check Path of Building, see if it provides more DPS. Because this actually lowers your crit chance a lot. That's why you have to achieve some good crit chance, so you can benefit from that crit multiplier and Culling Strike. This is actually a very cheap amulet, something like 1 chaos. That's why I bought something with maximum roll, only for like 40 chaos, I believe. So yeah, try to get something with a lot of crit multiplier. And for Annoying Heart of Ice, for some additional damage, cold damage, penetration, that's it. Taming rings, because we need a lot of resistances. These rings also provides a lot of DPS. So pretty much maybe only item that you can use as a ring. I'm not sure. Maybe you can use what was that? Thieves Torment, yeah. That also provides a lot of resist. Also instant leech, you know, life on it, a lot of life on it, mana on hit. Maybe you can also try with that, but you have to keep your resistances. Just be careful, because we are also using a Glimpse of Chaos helmet. That's why we actually need more resists. So maybe you can skip Glimpse of Chaos. Just figure it out on your own if you want to use something else. But these rings provide a lot of resist plus a lot of damage. Elemental damage with attack skills, elemental damage with hits against and ailments, per freeze, shock, and ignite. So we obviously chill enemies, but some bosses cannot get frozen. But we ignite all the time. So yeah, that also provides a little DPS. So overall, these rings total provides hundreds of increased damage. Yeah. Finally, belt, again more Abyss Jewels, Darkness Enthroned. Also, this has 75% increased effect of socketed jewels. That's why you actually can use some jewels with life and resist on these in this belt. So you can actually get way more resist than you should normally get if you just socket it somewhere else, because this belt has 75% increased effect. So you can actually keep your resistances easier. So just try to get some resist jewels in this belt, so you can actually keep your resistances easier. For flasks, I will just explain the important ones, let's say. Dying Sun, because this is a bow build, skills fire 2 additional projectiles during flask effect, also some area of effect which isn't needed. 2 projectiles, both provide single target damage for barrage and also provides a better map clear for Ice Shot. Cinder Swallow, pretty much one of the best flasks in the game. Recover life, mana, inner shield per kill, so this is a very good flask for mapping. And also enemies ignited by you during flask effect take 10% increased damage. This is similar to Intimidate. This is actually a more damage multiplier, so this also provides a lot of DPS. Because Chin Soul already has a fire damage on it, you don't actually need to get any fire damage from anywhere else, so you can just easily ignite without needing any other source. Battle Fate, if you have the budget, this also works very good with Marlane Amulet. A lot of crit chance and damage taken, again a more multiplier, so pretty much the best damage flask in the game. And a Diamond Flask and a Life Flask. You can also use a Wise Oak Flask, but make sure that your cold resist is the highest. If you cannot afford maybe a Battle Fate, or maybe if you want to play without a Life Flask, just use a Wise Oak for some extra damage. That's pretty much it. I will just also show a couple of things in the path of building. So let's just check the jewels. So you just want some Murder Side jewels and Searching Eye jewels, because they have flat attack damage. The other types, again, Ghastly and Hypnotic, actually doesn't have anything, but you can actually maybe get at least one of them in your belt for some resist cap. Something like this, maybe life, resist. This actually has claw damage, so it doesn't work. So if this was a maybe Ghastly jewel, I would actually get another 10% damage thanks to Bubonic Trail boots. So maybe try to get at least one more jewel, something like that, for that 10% if you want. Life, crit multiplier, resistances, and cold damage probably. Life, resist. You will need a lot of resistances actually. Life, resist. All resist, bow, fire damage, bow, cold damage, attack speed. If you have Delta Crit Strike, that's a very good DPS source. And finally, I actually have one unique jewel. This is new, I believe. It should be 20% main hand crit chance, because we are using a bow. That is the only thing that applies for us. Main hand crit chance per Murder's Eye up to 100%. So if you use 5 separate Murder's Eye jewels, this jewel itself also counts. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. I only have 4, so only 80% crit, because I'm also using Marlane Amulet. Where's that? Yeah, this one. That's why this actually provides me a lot of crit, because I am actually losing crit while using this amulet. So let's just check my crit without this jewel. 4% or maybe even more, I'm not sure. Yeah, 4.5%, something like that. A good crit. You can see it provides more than 1 million damage. Maybe you can use something else. I just wanted to use this because it looked cool, you know, it is something new. It is unique. Yeah, that's why I tried to use more unique stuff. Let's check the talent tree maybe. Let's just show a couple of things. Maybe if you're a new player, there's actually a couple of different things here. First of all, Deadeye, Tailwind. Tailwind just provides you action speed, which is attack speed, movement speed, those kind of stuff. So for some additional DPS. Focal point, effect of marks. I'm using Sniper Mark as a curse. That is my only curse. That is the best damage curse for projectile builds. So with this, plus I also have Helm enchant. Maybe if you can also find one. So I have a lot of curse effect. So my Sniper Mark actually provides millions of damage. So make sure that you use it on a boss, don't forget, because it provides a lot of DPS. Skills chain are +1 times for some clear speed, actually, nothing more. And skills fire 2 additional projectiles, again both clear speed for ice shot and also single target for barrage. So let's just check the different stuff. Intuitive leap, so you can just allocate notables. Not notables, just everything, yeah, passives, notables. Without being connected to the tree. So I am getting survivalist for some resist. Heartseeker, crit multiplier. My character is actually 97, I believe, so I also picked this. But I'm not sure. So yeah, you can also do something like this if you want some additional crit, because it provides decent crit actually. You can also maybe get all of these if you want. So yeah, just depending on your level, you can do that. Acuity, attack speed, accuracy. Make sure your accuracy is kept, or at least something like 97, 98. 100% is obviously better, but I am already kept. This just provides me some attack speed. Herbalism, life. That's it. So this is something interesting. Some new players actually have some hard time understanding this jewels mechanic. Lioness jewel. Melee and melee weapon type modifiers in radius are transformed to bow modifiers. So you just need some melee weapon modifiers in the radius and just allocate all of them, and they will be bow modifiers. In the path of building, obviously they are not getting converted. Normally in the game, you'll just notice that the claw sentence, you know, the word claw actually is bow in the game. So just socket this here, get all of these. This provides crit chance and multiplier with claws. They are gonna be with bows. So these are actually providing bow crit. Path of building obviously calculates this. You can see that I am losing a lot of DPS. But again, in the game, you can just see the word claw is actually bow. Once you socket this in, so this is where you want to use this and get these claw nodes. So they are going to be bow nodes. Watcher's Eye, again, I explained at the start. Hatred, cold conversion, so my barrage can also deal a lot of cold damage. If you have the budget, a double one with maybe precision, crit multiplier, precision attack damage. Another hatred modifier, maybe hatred cold damage, hatred added cold damage. Hatred crit chance, that's gonna be maybe even better because we are using Marlane amulet, so you can achieve actually more crit chance. Let's see if there's anything else, maybe anything special. Not really. This is just a regular jewel, attacks with bows, elemental damage, crit chance, not even multiplier. Life, resist, because you are gonna need a lot of resistances because this is a full unique build. Plus I am using Glimpse of Chaos because this provides a lot of health. For Pantheons, if you are maybe curious, Soul of Lunaris, so you can avoid projectiles, dodge, those kind of stuff. This is good for dodge builds in my opinion. Maybe for this Aberrat or Ralakesh if you want to be immune to blind and maim. That's pretty much it. Just maybe use something else if you want. I'm not gonna even explain the gems because it is very straightforward. Ice Shot setup for map clear. Mirage Archer helps with map clear, obviously. That's the green archer that is on your head, attacking automatically. It's like a turret, basically. Chain for some additional clear, that's it. You don't need to use GMP or something like that. Don't waste your DPS because we already shoot a lot of arrows thanks to being a Deadeye plus dying some Flask. So do not use any GMP or LMP, alright? I don't recommend it. Barrage single target, lots of cold stuff, added cold, LA damage, cold pan, inspiration, hypothermia. So this is a cold build. Buffs, Hatred obviously, and Herald of Ice. Mobility, Dash, obvious mobility skill for bow builds. Second Wind, so it has better cooldown. And Blood Rage for some attack speed. Also you can generate frenzy charges while mapping. This actually provides a lot of DPS because attack speed is simply broken. Finally, this is a boss setup, but we also have precision here. This doesn't have to be linked, by the way, precision, alright. So these three are your boss setup. Just put your Arcanist brand. This is a brand that attaches to an enemy and casts the other stuff automatically. So this just casts, Wave of Conviction and Sniper Mark. Wave of Conviction applies cold exposure, minus 15 elemental resistances. Make sure you check cold here, so it actually calculates. And Sniper Marks, that's our first choice. Boom, the DPS is gone. This is just simply broken, the best curse for projectile builds. Plus we are also scaling curse effect heavily, thanks to being a Deadeye. Another 2.5 million DPS. And plus my helmet has enchant, maybe if you can also find that. So Sniper Mark is your curse choice, Wave of Conviction and Arcanist brand, that's it. Let's just check maybe if we can see Void Shot damage. So yeah, you can actually see that each Void Shot has something like 300k damage maybe. If this is right, you can obviously stack a lot of these because you have 5 charges. So these are actually dealing a couple of million boss DPS maybe, I'm not sure, because it doesn't actually calculate. So yeah, you'll just notice that the bosses just lose a lot of health after some point, and even at Culling Strike range, bam, dead. Thanks for watching. The boss clips probably are gonna be now, you know, you will just watch these now. Again, just don't forget to subscribe and like and join my Discord so we can have a chat. I will see you later.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.